Hey guys, welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about the Phoenix Suns and mostly about where they should go from here. They are currently, I think, 10th in the Western Conference right now, and they're playing poorly. Like, they're not winning games. The synergy between Bill, Booker, and KD is just not there, and I think they need a change. Either they need to trade the player, or they just need to blow up. I think that at this point of time, realistically, they're not going to win anything at all in the NBA. At least not this year. I just don't think the fit between Bill, KD, and Booker is there. Tyus Jones, I think he's had a good season. I think he's on minimum contract. I think he's a good playmaker. I think he makes the team better, but I just don't think he's going to be it just to really change the side. Nurkic is regressing. His numbers and his stats are down. I don't think he's the player that's going to put them over the edge. Ryan Dunn is a young player. I think he's got potential. I think he's developing his three-point shot game, which he really didn't really have coming into the league at all. So I think he's an interesting piece, an interesting young talent. I like Ozo Igudaro. I think he's a very, very nice piece. I think he's got playmaking ability. I think if he's utilized in the right situation, he can definitely be a star for the Suns going forward. But at this moment of time, I just don't think the roster is it. I just don't think they're going to win anything. I think that it's going to be very hard to trade for a player that they need. There is talks of Jimmy Butler coming into the Suns roster. Maybe a trade between Bill and the Suns and Miami, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I think that Pat Riley's going to wait out with Miami. I think that the Heat front office is very content in letting Butler go and just riding this trade drama situation out. I don't necessarily think that if they don't find the right and appropriate trade package, they're going to trade Jimmy Butler for Bradley Beal. I don't think any team in the NBA wants to take on Bradley Beal's contract. I think that contract is horrific and arguably the worst contract in the NBA right now. So I think the Suns are screwed. And I think that Mike Budenholzer, I think he's doing his best just to manage the team and try to be an upgrade on previous head coaches such as Monty Williams, but I just don't think the Suns are going anywhere this season, unfortunately. And I think a lot needs to happen for them to come together and win. Even if we look at the stats, I think KD's having a great season as he always is. He's one of the best isolation scorers in the NBA, point blank period. But I think players such as Devin Booker's having an off season. Some of his numbers, he looks good one game, and other games he disappears, and other games that he's just not putting the numbers that we usually know him to be putting up. But I think arguably the biggest shock factor this season for the Suns is Nurkic. He's one of the worst centers like this season. Even if we're looking at his stats, I think he's putting up 8.6 points. He isn't providing any rim protection at all. I think he's averaging 0.6 blocks per game, which is shocking for a center. That's 6'11". His rebounding is down. He just really regressed. He just doesn't look in his usual self. And I think that's a problem, especially in the Western Conference when you have all these great centers, Şengün, Wembanyama, Jokic. It's just a problem not having a good, rim protecting big. I don't think that's going to get you anywhere in this modern, NBA. Even Jokic, we say that he doesn't provide rim protection. Jokic does provide rim protection from time to time, but he forces tough shots. Even plays like Sabonis, although they not great rim protectors and they don't really force tough shots, at least Sabonis is going to give you rebounding. Nurkic isn't going to give you rebounding, at a rate that you want him to, which is a huge problem for the Suns. And yeah, I just think that they should just really blow up. Maybe trade Booker for, maybe if you can get Jalen Green. Maybe he's playing good right now. He looks like an interesting piece for the future. although he's very streaky and his numbers fluctuate from here and there depending on the opponent and depending on the game, but I just think that this roster isn't going anywhere, and I think if they kick the can down the road too much, I think you're in danger of not getting anything in return for Booker and KD, which are the primarily trade pieces you're looking at to trade, because I just don't think Bill is going to waive his trade clause and go to any destination. I think he likes having that trade clause and likes having that option, likes having the power to choose his trade destination, because he's got a family as well. So I don't think that he's moving anywhere in the foreseeable future. But in terms of the tradable pieces, Booker and KD are those pieces. So logistically speaking, I think that if you can trade Booker maybe to Houston and get some of your picks back, maybe get some of the young players back that Houston have, maybe a Cam Whitmore or a Reed Shepherd, someone like that, along with Jalen Green and a couple of first round picks, I think that's an adequate return. I think for KD, he probably wants to go to a contender. I think he's around 36, 37 right now. I think if you can get someone like Jaden McDaniels from Minnesota. I know that's stretching it. I don't think that's realistic, but you can get Jaden McDaniels and a couple of filler salaries and maybe a couple of first round picks. I think that's decent return for KD. At his age, I know KD's one of the top 10 players in the league. Still an amazing player, at his age, but he's injury prone. And I don't think if they're not going to compete this season, how do you fix this roster? You got KD, Booker, and Bill on max contracts. It's horrific for team building. So I don't necessarily think that they have a way to correctly fix this roster in a way where that they can keep Bill, Booker, and KD playing on the same team. I just don't think that's realistic, and I don't think that's going to win them any games. So I think they're going to have to trade potentially both KD and Booker in order just to, have a good future going forwards. But that's my take on the Phoenix Suns and where they should go. Thank you guys for listening, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.